Hey everyone. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how you can learn the art of being alone and kind of use that as a leverage to navigate your relationships, navigate your day-to-day life, and start to enjoy your own company. And yeah, for me, it all started around a year ago when I went through my heartbreak, and it was awful for me. And after like a few months, I also lost a few friends, and after that I lost more, so it was just like a downward spiral from there onwards, and I was like completely alone. And I was like, okay, okay, apart from like one or two friends, and that was it. And yeah, it made things pretty much hell for me. I used to get panic attacks. I would just be shivering out of nowhere because I was just so scared to be alone. And I feel like there were a lot of friendships, there were a lot of relationships, connections where I only stayed because I was scared to be alone. And once that fear got out of me, once I was okay with my own company, once I was okay with being alone, I could exit anything that did not make me feel good, that was toxic for me, that was where people did not treat me kindly, where my feelings were not being reciprocated. So yeah, when you learn the art of being alone, it's more like a superpower. Like you can basically exist anywhere. You can do whatever you want. Now, I don't want this to be confused with loneliness. I'm not talking about loneliness here. Loneliness is obviously bad for you, where you want to crave connections, but you're not getting them. Being alone is different. Being alone is being by yourself, but you're not feeling lonely. So I hope uh, that this distinction was clear enough. So, how can you be alone and be not lonely? I think this is one of the phases that you need to overcome. At first, everyone feels lonely. We're humans. We seek the human connection, and I think the way that I started overcoming the loneliness phase was I remember just signing up for random events that are happening throughout the city. I would just go and join the reading club where I would meet amazing people, and I would share my ideas with them. Sorry. So I was alone, but I wasn't lonely. I was still with other people. I was still talking to people. But at the same time, I did enjoy my own company as well. I would take myself into places. I would put myself in circumstances where life would happen to me. I would go to movies myself, and sometimes I would just talk to a random stranger. Sometimes I would just talk to a random Uber or in-drive driver, and I would just talk about life and just make a connection. That was pretty much it. I did not feel like I had to be in a relationship or feel like I had to have like a big friend group in order to feel less lonely, and I feel like I could do that myself. And yeah, it took me a long time to get that feeling out of my chest where it just feel like um the whole world is just on your chest, and it's suffocating you. And it's obviously hard at first, and I'm not gonna say that I'm just you can go from having a relationship, having a big friend group, to be completely alone in a matter of seconds. I'm not saying that. It's obviously you have to grieve the loss of the people that you left or who left you, because people coming and going is part of life, and I think that's what makes life more special. You just cherish the moment that you spend with these people, whether they're friends, whether it was a relationship, and then you I guess move on in a way. And the way that you move on, you don't have to replace them, or you don't have to date immediately afterwards. You can take a break. Like for me, I have been like single for over a year now, and ever since then I haven't been in any other relationship, not because I couldn't find someone, but just because I just didn't want to be in a relationship that early, because I wanted to grieve the loss that had happened, and I wanted to focus on myself. I wanted to feel that I'm okay in my own skin, that I'm okay being alone, that I can survive on my own, that I do not have to seek someone else's validation in order to have a higher self-esteem, that I can be myself anywhere, and in any situation that I want. And I think that break was also necessary for me because it made me realize a lot of things. I learned a lot about myself. And when you're in a relationship, I'm not saying that you don't learn about yourself, but it's just like there's another person as well that you have to cater to. You have to cater to their emotional needs. So sometimes you don't have that time for yourself, where you can know your interests, like what makes me happy, who am I when everyone has left me, when I do not have any relationship, when I do not have any expectations, when I do not have any people around me. Who am I? What makes me me? So I had to figure that out, and obviously it was a very rigorous and very hard battle, but it's a battle that is worth winning, because at the end of the road you realize that you have become this person. You know who you are, and there is a sense of victory in that. There is a sense of victory in knowing that through the hell, through the depths of hell that you made it out of, you know who you are now. So I started spending more time in books. I started to play more video games that I really wanted to try on. And I also took myself like on different spots and different occasions, such as I would just go to movies by myself. I would just go to occasions by myself. And mind you, during this time, I did meet like a few friends that I have, and I'm very grateful that they were there for me, and I do not want to take anything away from them. Obviously, I wasn't like truly lonely throughout all this time, but I was alone. At the end of the day, the only person who can save you, is yourself. And if there is someone who is worth saving, it is you. So yeah, it's a battle that is worth winning. I think there is a Murakami quote that I'm completely butchering here, but yeah, I think that is the main takeaway. If you want to take away anything from this video, it's just that you are worth saving, and the battle that you have along the way, whether you're lonely, whether you're alone, I feel like you can get out of that, and you can start to be happy in any circumstances that life puts at you. And of course, you're gonna make friends later on. You're gonna meet amazing people. But when you're okay with being alone, you're not gonna be needy. Yeah, like if something is toxic, you just do a 360 and you moonwalk away from there, and that's it. But when you're like a needy person, when you're afraid to be alone, you're gonna be stuck in very toxic relationships. You're gonna be stuck in very toxic friendships that do not serve you how whatsoever. So yeah, learn how to be alone in order to navigate through relationships, in order to navigate through life. And once you do that, nothing's gonna really affect you. People leaving you, or people being mean to you, people being toxic to you, it's gonna phase you. It's not gonna phase you. So yeah, that was it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, goodbye.